Hey guys, talking about shit that happened in business, one of my tenant's daughter was killed in one of my rental properties. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Shit Happens. And the reason why I do this is I want to talk about the things that happen in business, the real thing. When you're a business owner, when you're an entrepreneur, shit happens, and there's only two ways that we can deal with them. Either we get down and start crying every single day, or we just figure out a way to fix it and move on. So today I want to share one of my worst stories as a landlord where one of my tenant's daughter was killed by her boyfriend in one of my rental properties. So guys, long story short, I purchased a duplex in Dania Beach. It was a 3-1 on the top and a 3-1 on the bottom unit. It was a beautiful building. It was built, I think it was in 2003, 2004. It was a very modern building, very nice, and it didn't need a lot of repairs. It was already occupied on the top unit. On the bottom, there was a squatter in there. Squatter is, for those of you who don't know, is somebody that sees an empty property and just a homeless person and goes in, change the locks, and they start living in the house without power, without water, without utilities, but they just live in the house because they need a roof. And there are specific laws and ways how you can deal with them. But I was able to get them out using some contacts and calling the police officers and everything. So the property was trashed when I took over the home, and I renovated it very, very nice. It took me about a week to get it rented to this nice family, beautiful lady. She was African American, and she was very nice. I remember she was I would say in her late 40s. And she had like a, I don't know, 18 to 20-year-old daughter and another son. So they moved into my house. It was a Section 8 tenant. And I remember when they saw the property, the beautiful daughter, 20-year-old daughter, was, he came in with her boyfriend. And he was this short guy, also African American, but he was very, very, very fit. I remember he was probably about a 5'5", 5 feet 5 inches in height, 5'5", 5'6", and but he was very, very fit. And I'm like I started talking to them, and I realized he was a football player in his high school or college, whatever. And they seemed very nice. I rented the property to them. I got a 1-month security deposit. They moved in. Section 8 approved their package, and they move in. And I would say about 4 to 5 months into them being inside the property, they were late a few times with the rent payment. Section 8 paid about 90% of the rental expenses, but they were paying about 20% of their rental income, 10, 20%. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but they were always late for 2 or 3 months straight. They were always late. So I started having a conflict with this tenant. Guys, I stopped hearing from them for about a month, that they would not reply back. I was going there to collect rent, and I realized they were having some problems because I made friends with Jonathan. He was my neighbor next door, and he called me, and when I was renovating the home, he was just a nice guy, and I told him, hey, I'm the new owner, this and that, I'm renting the property out, and he was hoping that I was gonna get a nice family to live in there, trying to avoid any problems. It was a nice corner property. And so we became friends, we exchanged numbers. And one night, it was like a 10 or 11 p.m., this guy calls me. I'm like, it has to be a pocket dial or something like that, or something is going on there. And he calls me and he's like, Camilo, do you know what happened? I'm like, whoa, what happened? He's like, yeah, tune in the news tonight because somebody was killed in your house. There's no access to go inside. There was a helicopter. There were like 30 police cars in front of the house. He sent me a few pictures or videos when that happened. This was about 2 years ago. And yeah, guys, it happened. Apparently, after a few months, I spoke to the mom, to my tenant. And what ended up happening was the guy was super jealous. The daughter's boyfriend was super jealous. She was a cute lady. And I don't know what was going on, but he was jealous and he shot her right in her bedroom. Nobody could get into the house for the next 24, 48 hours. They cleaned up everything. They did the police report. I didn't want to go there to the house. It was my first time dealing with something like this. I called a lot of people. I didn't know what to do. Like, I'm the landlord. Am I responsible? Am I liable for something? What's going on? I called my insurance guy. I called my property management guy. I called my management company. I called my contractor to see what we need to do. And the only thing I could do is have a little bit of heart. And I told the tenant, listen, don't worry about rent payment for the next 2 months or 3 months. Just deal with your thing. That's my contribution from me. Just see what you want to do and just let me know. If you want to cut the lease short because you don't want to live here, I totally understand. I take on the loss and the expenses of renovating the property again. Just move out and we'll do a mutual termination of lease, which is legal as long as both parties agree. And we consulted with Section 8. They were also okay with that because she didn't want to live there. It didn't end up going to an eviction, obviously, for obvious reasons. We ended up doing a mutual agreement for her to leave, and she took about 4 months to leave. That was a big hit for me in my rental income. I lost about 20% of rent for 4 months straight, plus the 2 months that she was behind in an 8 or 9 month period that she had lived inside my house. So I collected very little bit of rent in that house, just enough to pay my mortgage, my expenses, and then just a little bit of cash flow. But just wanted to share with you guys that things are not as nice and beautiful as everybody say on social media. When you're an investor, when you're a homeowner, when you have tenants, shit happens. Just make sure you're protected. Make sure and there's no way for you to know if something like this is going to happen. This could have happened in the worst of neighborhoods or in the best of neighborhoods. Nobody can control 20, 22-year-old kids becoming jealous of her girlfriend or boyfriend. And unfortunately, this was a very aggressive guy. Sorry for the loss of the mom and the little brother. But it is what it is. You know, I had to tell them at some point, hey, you guys need to make a decision, either start paying rent again or move on and move out of the house. And I try to treat them as people. I try to treat them as nice as you can and as nice as I can without giving too much, because now they start abusing you. But long story short, after like 4 months, they ended up leaving and renovated the home again. I got it rented, but he had a bad taste with me that I sold the property to another investor. I told him what happened. He was okay with that. He had told me that, it didn't happen to him. For him, it was just an asset, a rental income. And since that was passed, that was okay. I disclosed that. I told him the reason why I was selling it. I didn't sell it at full price. I sold it a little bit under market value at that point because of the situation that happened. But he had a bad taste in my mouth. I didn't want to go there to do repairs and do renovations. I keep renting the property out after everything that happened. So I just needed fresh people, fresh blood into the whole house. And I wanted to just move on to another project, another property. So guys, again, shit happens in business. If you're an investor, you just have to learn how to move on. And thank you guys for listening. I try to make it as short and as sweet as I can. I want to say it as raw and as clean and clear and real as I can. I want to try to share my experiences and my emotions with what happened. This was probably one of my worst shit happens situations as an investor, as a landlord. And it was just a big seminar for me. It was there were a lot of lessons learned here, and just move on. And nobody's going to tell you that nothing like that is going to happen again. I just hope that we deal with things that happen the best way possible and just move on. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like these content, please subscribe below. Give me some love. Give me some likes. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts, your feeling. What do you think about the situation? How do you think I should have reacted? Did I do the right thing? Did I do the wrong thing? Should I have given them more time? Should I have given them less time? Because at the end of the day, it's a business and just people have to move on. Let me know your thoughts, and again, subscribe below. And guys, every Wednesday I have Deal Makers, where I interview entrepreneurs, business owners, people related to real estate, mortgage brokers, asset managers, title companies, investors, realtors. And then every Friday I do these things, Shit Happens episodes, where I talk about shit that happened in business. And thank you guys for watching the Cash Flow Talk. Share it with your people. And there's a ton of videos on my channel where I share experiences and information for free. Lessons that I've learned from being in the business. Just creating fresh, new content. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.